Stop networking. Everyone's telling you over and over, network, fix your resume, update your LinkedIn profile. Stop. This doesn't work. It's old advice. It's generic and gets you ignored. Here's a look behind the scenes at what's really happening from a hiring point of view. When an application or resume is received, most recruiters and hiring managers go directly to your social media profiles. And in 60 seconds, they've already decided if you are worth their time. 60 seconds, that's it. And you never even knew it happened. Most candidates fail that test and never know why. I'll show you how to fix that with what works now. I'm Christy Williamson, Senior Recruiter, 10+ years placing candidates from coast to coast. I'm going to show you first what to fix immediately so you get past the first 60 seconds and pique their curiosity. Second, the 4-week strategy that compels them to push you to the front of the hiring process when the hiring manager sees your resume because they already know your name and value what you bring to the table. In fact, they're looking forward to hearing from you. But first, and this matters more than most realize, before you do anything else, go review your own profiles. Not just your headline, all of it. Because I have seen qualified candidates eliminated before they ever applied, not only because of something they said, but because of what was found on a profile or in their feed. Here is what we are actually looking for. Some of these red flags might surprise you. Public venting. Rants about a past employer, frustration about the job market, political posts or opinions, complaints about a hiring process you went through, posts about being stressed out or burned out. Recruiters flag public venting as one of the top job killers. In hiring, rants signal disgruntlement. This cost candidates offers even when they are otherwise qualified. It doesn't matter how valid the frustration is. What is seen is a risky hire. They don't want to bring in a potential problem to their team. Next, inconsistency between your resume and your profile. If your resume says one thing and your LinkedIn says another, different dates, titles, companies, that raises immediate questions about accuracy. Recruiters flag profiles that are inconsistent with the candidate's resume as a serious red flag. Make sure everything lines up. Having no profile photo or the wrong one. Profiles without photos receive significantly fewer clicks, and outdated ones like graduation photos for experienced professionals can signal that your profile hasn't been maintained. This is truly something you don't want. A recruiter or hiring manager running their own internal dialogue about what may or may not be true, telling themselves a story they derive from what they piece together. A current professional headshot from the shoulders up is the standard. If yours is a group photo, a party photo, or a photo that's 5 years old and no longer looks like you, change it. Revise or remove comments and activity that don't match the best version of yourself. 70% of recruiters check posts specifically for cultural fit. Skills can be taught. Fitting socially is found. Read back through your last 6 months of activity. Comments you left on other people's posts, things you shared, things you liked that are visible publicly. Ask yourself honestly, does this represent the most professional version of what you want them to see? Is there a cohesiveness between the polished version and your casual version? Look for spelling and grammar errors. About 30% of candidates make their profiles undesirable because of grammatical mistakes. This signals carelessness. And finally, discriminatory or politically charged content. 29% of employers have rejected candidates because of discriminatory comments online. Your profile is your first impression. Make sure it is earning you the interview, not costing you one. Add a line of a known problem you've solved, and in what time. Not a brag. It's all in how you say it. Have a line like this at the top of your profile. Increased productivity by 25% and reduced vendor costs by 18% for our project team in 4 months. This makes you stand out, and hiring managers want to find out how you did it. Now here's some of the best, worst advice for finding a job now. Remember how we started with this common best advice tip? Everyone telling you to network, send out cold messages to recruiters, and connect with lots of strangers? And all you really need to do is to put yourself out there? That doesn't work anymore. This recruiter secret move flips all of this on its head. It's a complete methodical strategy. That takes 4 short weeks. First thing, with your ideal employer in mind, you'll want several, in fact. Take a look at the link in the description below for a video where I share how to identify who this is for you. Week 1 and 2. Follow and observe several companies who you want to work for. Start by following 3 target companies. Follow 1 hiring manager, a decision maker, at each. Don't post anything yet. Study what they post, what they're all about, and what's important to them. What problems are they sharing? What keeps coming up in their content? What language, think phrases and terms, do they use when they talk about their industry? With observation, you're learning their world before you offer input. This is the step that gives you an understanding into what they're dealing with, so take notes. This way, when you reach out and make a real connection, you land differently because you won't sound like a stranger. Week 2 and 3, engage with value. Now you'll add comments, but never "great post" or "love this." That is noise, and they scroll past it. What you are looking for is a moment where you can say something genuine and valuable. Here is how to do this without it taking hours. When they post about a challenge they are navigating, spend 5 minutes doing a quick search, an article, a stat, a tool, a framework that addresses exactly what they named. Then, in your comment, share it with 1 sentence of context about how this is addressing something specific to their problem. It will take about 5 minutes. Here's what's critically important. Don't follow your note with an ask or a pitch. Do not add, "I would love to connect." For now, only add value, no strings attached. Something like, "I saw this tool, article, or unique approach to the challenge you mentioned that addresses exactly the concerns shared. Thought it might be useful." That's it. 1 genuine observation or resource that proves you were actually paying attention and that you know your space and you're offering value in theirs. You're not asking for anything. You're showing up as someone who contributes before they want anything. That is what gets you remembered. Do this 1 or 2 more times, and you really stand out in their mind when you can offer a solution you personally dealt with, which could be an asset for them. Week 3, connect. Now, and only now, send the connection request. Reference something specific from their actual content. Again, not something generic like, "I admire what you did here." Something real, like this. Your post last week about the shift in how companies are evaluating candidates now resonates with my own experience. We share a similar approach on how to address what's changing around us in the workforce. 1 line that shows you have been paying attention. That is a connection. Everything else is a cold pitch in disguise and can feel disingenuous. Week 3 and 4, give value 1 more time. Share 1 piece of content that speaks directly to a different problem they named in their feed, or even a comment on an article they reposted. Not about your background, not your credentials. To really stand out, lead with a solution you've crafted, preferably something you implemented, not just a theory that gives them an actual immediate solution to their problem. This could be an article posted about the solutions you created, a quick observation, a statistic or numbers supporting your solution, or a short post of your own. It takes 15 minutes, and it is the move that makes you someone they look forward to hearing from. Now remember that 60-second decision I mentioned at the very start? With this strategy, by the time your resume lands in front of them, of course, once you learned of an opening or potential position, especially if you've researched and see that one should be opening soon, like when a company just closed a big contract. We covered how to find this in the last video. By this time, here is no need for that review. It's done. So you've already passed that evaluation. You're not a stranger. You are someone they've seen show up consistently and thoughtfully without asking for anything in return. You are not applying cold. You're reaching out as an asset, a problem solver. Instead, you are a welcomed arrival. Most of your competition are still sending resumes into a black hole, crossing their fingers hoping the headline does the work. You now know it was never the headline. If this helped, send it to someone else who's job searching right now. I'm on a mission to help as many people as possible with this advice. And if you want the complete strategy, resumes, targeting, interviews, and negotiation, the full free masterclass is linked right here. Or take a look at the video I posted about how to connect strategically with your ideal employer so that the companies you connect with using this 4-week strategy open the opportunities that fit you.